Hey everybody, I'm John here, and let's face it, broken appliances are the worst. They always seem to crap out right when you need them most, am I right? But hey, that's also why learning to fix them yourself can be crazy useful, or even a sweet business opportunity. That's what we're diving into today. How to become a master of appliance repair. We're talking fridges, ovens, washing machines, the whole shebang. I'm going to break down the most common problems you'll encounter and show you how to diagnose them like a pro. Whether you're trying to save some cash by DIYing it or want to start your own repair empire, this video's got you covered. So grab your toolbox and let's get started. First up, let's tackle the heart of the kitchen, the fridge. Now, if your fridge isn't cooling properly, the first thing you want to check is the thermostat. Make sure it's set correctly, because you'd be surprised how often that's the issue. Next up, check the door seals. A bad seal can let all that cold air escape, and nobody wants that. To test it, close the door on a dollar bill. If you can pull it out easily, you might need to replace those seals. Another common culprit is a dirty condenser coil. Dust and debris can build up on these coils, making your fridge work harder and less efficiently. So grab your vacuum cleaner and give those coils a good cleaning. Now, if you're hearing strange noises coming from your fridge, it could be the evaporator fan motor. Listen closely, and if it sounds rough, it might be time for a replacement. And of course, we can't forget about the defrost system. Alright, let's move on to the laundry room, where washing machines and dryers reign supreme. One of the most common issues you'll see with washing machines is water not draining properly. First things first, check the drain hose for any kinks or clogs. A simple blockage can cause a major headache. If the hose is clear, the problem might be a clogged pump filter. This little guy catches all the lint and gunk, so it's important to clean it regularly. Now, if your washing machine's drum is spinning but your clothes are still soaked, the culprit could be a worn-out drive belt. This belt connects the motor to the drum, and over time it can stretch or break. Replacing it is a fairly straightforward job, but it's a good idea to consult your machine's manual for specific instructions. As for dryers, the most common issue is a lack of heat. This is often caused by a blown thermal fuse, which is a safety feature that prevents the dryer from overheating. Another possibility is a faulty heating element. Testing it with a multimeter will tell you if it's time for a new one. And finally, if your dryer's making a racket, it could be the blower wheel. Moving on to climate control. Whether it's the dead of winter or the dog days of summer, a broken AC or heater can make life pretty unbearable. Now, if your AC isn't cooling properly, the first thing you want to check is the air filter. A dirty filter restricts airflow, making your unit work harder and less efficiently. Next up, take a look at the condenser unit outside. Make sure there's nothing blocking the airflow, like leaves or debris. You'll also want to check the refrigerant lines for any signs of leaks. Inside, inspect the evaporator coil. If it's frozen over, it could be a sign of low refrigerant or a problem with the blower fan. For heaters, a common issue is a lack of heat. This could be due to a faulty thermostat or a malfunctioning heating element. Let's face it, a microwave that doesn't heat is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. So, if yours is on the fritz, the first thing to check is the door switch. These switches can wear out over time, preventing the microwave from turning on. Next up, inspect the high-voltage diode. This component helps convert alternating current power to direct current power, which is essential for the magnetron, the heart of your microwave. If it's faulty, your microwave won't heat properly. Speaking of the magnetron, while it's not a common issue, it can fail and prevent your microwave from heating. Now, if your microwave's turntable isn't rotating, it could be a simple fix. Check the coupler, which is the plastic piece that connects the turntable to the motor. Alright, let's move on to the heart of the culinary world, the stove and oven. If your gas burners aren't lighting, the first thing to check is the igniter. This little guy creates a spark to ignite the gas. If it's dirty or faulty, it won't be able to do its job. Next up, inspect the gas valve. Make sure it's turned on and that there's a good flow of gas to the burners. For electric stoves, a common issue is a faulty heating element. These elements can burn out over time, especially if you frequently cook at high temperatures. Testing them with a multimeter will tell you if they need to be replaced. Now, if your oven isn't heating properly, the culprit could be a faulty thermostat or a blown thermal fuse. Another possibility is a problem with the bake element for electric ovens or the igniter and gas valve for gas ovens. And finally, if your oven is displaying an error message, consult your user manual for troubleshooting tips. Alright, let's tackle those pesky dishwasher issues. If your dishwasher isn't draining properly, the first thing you want to check is the drain hose. Make sure it's not kinked or clogged. You'll also want to inspect the air gap, which prevents dirty water from backing up into your dishwasher. Next up, take a look at the drain pump. This little guy forces water out of the dishwasher, and if it's clogged or faulty, your dishes will be swimming in suds. Now if your dishes aren't getting clean, the culprit could be a clogged spray arm. Food particles and debris can build up in the spray arm's holes, preventing water from spraying properly. Cleaning them out with a toothpick or a small brush should do the trick. Another possibility is a faulty wash motor. And finally, if your dishwasher is making strange noises, it could be a sign of a worn-out pump. Alright, let's dive into water heater woes. First up, if you're dealing with no hot water at all, the culprit could be a tripped circuit breaker for electric water heaters, or a faulty pilot light for gas water heaters. Check these first before you start tearing your hair out. Next, check the thermostat. Make sure it's set to the desired temperature and that it's working properly. A faulty thermostat can prevent your water heater from heating the water to the right temperature. Now if your water is too hot, the issue could be a misadjusted thermostat or a problem with the temperature and pressure relief valve, often called the TPR valve. The TPR valve is a safety feature that prevents your water heater from overheating and potentially exploding. Another common issue is leaks. Check the connections around the tank, the inlet and outlet pipes, and the TPR valve for any signs of leaks. And finally, if your water heater is making strange noises, it could be a sign of sediment buildup in the tank. Alright, let's not forget about those small appliances that we rely on every day. For blenders, a common issue is a dull blade. Over time, blades can become dull from crushing ice and blending hard ingredients. Sharpening or replacing them will have your blender working like new again. Next up, check the blender's coupling. This part connects the blade to the motor, and it can wear out over time. If it's cracked or broken, it's a simple replacement. For toasters, a common issue is a faulty heating element. These elements can burn out over time, especially if you frequently toast bagels or thick slices of bread. Another possibility is a problem with the toaster's lever mechanism. If the lever doesn't stay down or pops up prematurely, the contacts inside may be worn out or dirty. And for those handy coffee makers, a common issue is a clogged filter basket or carafe. Regular cleaning with vinegar or a specialized cleaning solution can help prevent this issue. Alright, now that you're a master of appliance repair, let's talk about installing new appliances. First things first, always consult the manufacturer's instructions. They're your Bible for a successful installation. When installing a new refrigerator, make sure it's level and that the doors seal properly. For washing machines, make sure the water supply hoses are connected securely and that the drain hose is properly positioned. When installing a new dishwasher, make sure the water supply line and drain hose are connected properly. For ovens and stoves, make sure the gas line for gas appliances or electrical connection for electric appliances is properly installed. And finally, when installing a new water heater, make sure the water and gas for gas water heaters connections are secure. You'll also want to check for leaks and make sure the flue pipe for gas water heaters is properly vented. Alright, now that you know how to fix and install appliances, let's talk about preventive maintenance. Regular maintenance can help extend the life of your appliances and prevent costly repairs down the road. First and foremost, keep your appliances clean. Wipe down the exterior and interior regularly, and clean any removable parts according to the manufacturer's instructions. Next, check and clean filters regularly. This includes air filters for refrigerators, AC units and dryers, as well as pump filters for washing machines and dishwashers. Inspect hoses and connections for leaks or wear and tear. Replace any damaged hoses or tighten any loose connections promptly. Lubricate moving parts periodically. And finally, schedule professional maintenance checks for appliances that require it, such as HVAC systems and water heaters. Well, there you have it, folks. You're now well on your way to becoming a master of home appliance repair. Remember, with a little knowledge and a can-do attitude, you can tackle just about any appliance issue that comes your way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Got any questions or appliance repair stories you want to share? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time, keep those appliances running smoothly.